Hi, and welcome back to our channel. Today we are answering some of your questions. A couple weeks ago, we asked for some of your questions, and today we are sitting down to answer them. So we're going to start with Lakeisha Henry asked, will you be having more children?
Yeah, there's one coming, that's for sure.
Beyond that, we have no idea.
Yeah.
Jennifer Hopgood asks, why did you start vlogging?
Why do you start vlogging? I kind of been sucked into this thing, as you can tell. Yeah. No, I'm kidding.
I got so much out of watching other people's vlogs, and I got a lot of great tips and advice, and just kind of wanted to give back that way myself and be able to connect with other people. So it's something I felt like I should try to do, even though I was extremely not a camera person. And yeah, so we just started the end of August. I had tried making a couple videos way back a couple years ago, and it was really, really hard, but I kept feeling like this is something I should do. So finally, at the end of August, I just knew, okay, I'm gonna start and keep going. And
okay, that's not the story I got. The reason I said yes was I was told that it'd be nice to have those records for the kids to look back. It'd be nice for our family.
That's true. There are a lot of reasons.
And all our family that's not close to us, they can kind of keep up with it. So
yes, hi family.
I probably was, Yeah, I'm kidding.
Yes,
Yeah.
there are a lot of reasons, but and there have been a lot of benefits, and I've gotten to connect with a lot of great people, and yeah, there's a lot of good reasons. So that's kind of what pushed me. I really felt like it was strongly like it was something I should be doing, that it was for me, even though cameras are not naturally for me, but I've gotten a lot more used to it by doing it a lot. So yeah. That's the long story. AZ Lady 13 asked, how do I find your Facebook? Currently I'm not on Facebook. I am on Instagram under our Tribe of 10. And yeah, you can find me there. It's a great place to find us, actually, if you want more up-to-date info on the baby. I'm not great at posting there all the time, but I will be better there than here right when I have the baby. So go on over there and find us if you're on Instagram. So the next one is from Christina Fortier. Probably not saying that right.
Well, let me look at it.
Fortier?
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Do your children have any issues with conflict? And she wrote, I'm asking and not assuming out of respect. And how do you deal with it?
Well, first of all, our children are human.
Yes.
Human, human. So, so that is natural. So, but sometimes for us, it's like, it depends with how severe or how it's going. And one of the things, depending on the circumstance, is that we would send a kid to go to their room maybe and just have time to themselves, because sometimes they need that. So, but conflict, I think that's absolutely obvious.
Sometimes we all need time to ourselves.
Exactly.
And if little ones are having a lot of conflict over a toy or something, I just remove the toy, and soon they learn how to get along over that toy. You know what I mean? So Samantha Stirat, probably not saying any of these right, asked, my question is, did you guys always know you wanted a large family, or did it just happen over time and you just left it up to God on how many children you would have? I would say I always knew I wanted a large family. I came from a family of 2 kids, and I remember as a young person I always felt bored. Like I wanted a lot of action. So I always knew that I really wanted a large family.
Yeah, I didn't really have a strong opinion like one way or the other, but my definition of large, I grew up in a family of 6, so but for myself, I think as a young man growing up, I thought, hey, maybe 3 or 4 until I got married.
And I was saying maybe 4 to 12.
Yeah, and the first time we were like, she's joking, and then no, she's serious, and but so for me, you could say it's been one at a time, but we both love kids, though. It wasn't like, oh, I will never have that many, or but it was just and
we definitely haven't regretted one of them.
No.
Sophia Wamba asked, does your husband speak to the kids in Swahili or Kikuyu?
Well, normally no. I had determined that I will do that before we had kids. And the first kid, I tried, and it has been an epic fail. And so we try. We do a lot of singing and teach a lot of Swahili songs and stuff, and we talk about it. But it's definitely, by my own standards, it's a failure.
We do teach them a lot of vocabulary at dinner times and things like that.
Yeah.
You know, we're sitting around together, but.
So, working on it.
Yep. And when we travel there, they get much
More
better,
interested, yeah.
much quicker. Karen Losh asks, what church are you affiliated with?
By church, I guess I'm assuming she's asking what denomination or what affiliation. We are an autonomous local church, but in fellowship with other churches. So we belong to a worldwide fellowship, but the church is not under a denomination. So.
Yeah. Okay, so an Aaron Esslinger asked, I would love to hear about your family size. Did you always want a big family? Which we just answered. And then how do you handle comments you undoubtedly receive regarding your family size? And she has another question too, but let's address that one quick.
Yeah, there are comments about family size, and most of the time they're positive and
overwhelmingly so.
Yeah, by a great deal. And the other thing is how we deal with that when they're negative or anything is really to each their own. My thing is always like, if you don't like it, don't watch it. I mean, we live in a free country. You can do whatever you want.
Most of our comments obviously have been since social media.
Exactly. And then the other thing too, my thought about it is that our goal really is not to tell anybody what kind of a family they have. They can choose what they want for themselves. That's up to them. And so that's kind of, just to answer the question how we deal with it, their problem, our problem, kind of deal, so it's not your cup of tea, skip, don't drink it. So
okay, and she had a couple questions. So,
okay.
Also, how does Solo feel about living in the U.S. versus Kenya? I'll answer this for you. No, I'm just kidding.
No, you can totally, because our sentiments are the same. We feel exactly the same way, So our thing is that just where does God want us to be? So if it's Kenya, we will be happy to move there and enjoy. We love both countries, and also if he called us to any country that is not our own, we'll be happy to kind of pack the kids and go as well. So we love both, I guess in equal proportions, if you would.
Yeah, and do you have goals to move to Kenya someday? It's just like what he said. If the Lord called us to go, we would go. And right now we are where we are.
We are where we are right now, but we love it. We love it.
Yes.
We love both countries.
Tara M. asked, hey, Sarah, have the kids ever visited Kenya? Are y'all planning to go see Solo's family? That would be nice one day to see if y'all are planning on it. Yes, we have taken our kids back, I think 4 times now, and our goal is to go as very much as we possibly can. I always thought if we lived in Kenya, I would make it my priority to get my kids back to the States to see their family here and know their culture here as much as possible. And so I feel just as strongly about getting them back to Kenya to know their family there well. And then some of his family has come here too, so they do know their family in Kenya well too. But yes, we will bring you along if we go soon. And we hope to go soon. Brooke Durham asked, will you guys be doing a birth vlog?
Absolutely, it'll be live stream. So get your live stream. We'll show every move. There'll be nothing missing in this. It's gonna be the best thing on TV.
Oh man,
I just lied.
I have never even filmed any of my baby's births, so yeah, you're probably not getting a full birth vlog. But we'll see. We're gonna try to be better and take the camera along and see how it goes.
Well, what she doesn't know that is that I have filmed him and I have a good package in store.
Okay, Candace Alonzo asked, I was just curious if you both are senior pastors or associate pastors of your church. Also, what's your denomination? I think we answered that. And with a busy church schedule, how do you keep the kids on track with their own schedules? So Solo is the senior pastor of our church. We do work together a lot. And how do we keep?
Why are you looking at me?
How do we keep our kids on track with schedules?
For us, the way we look at it is not so much as something we do as much as it's part of our lives. And so church is kind of interwoven there as part of our lives. It's not what we do, even though it's what we do, it's like who we are.
Yes.
And so it's kind of, that's the simplest way I can answer that question very quickly.
Yes, and we don't have like a lot of late night services or anything like that. So the things I'm leading, he's able to stay home with the kids. The things he's leading, most of the time I'm able to stay home with the kids. So we can keep the kids kind of moving on their schedules by tag teaming a lot, because we don't lead the same ministry areas. We have our separate.
Right. Every once in a while you will run into a place you're like, oh my goodness, we both need to be busy at the same time.
Yes.
But that's more exception than norm, and we usually will plan out those things ahead of time.
Yeah, and when our kids were young, we tried to have a lot of our meetings and things at our house when possible. That helped a lot too.
And we also had a lot of family around when the kids were younger.
Yes.
The older kids were younger. We still have younger kids, I guess.
Yeah.